What's going on, guys? Troublesome here, and I'm back with a new series playing Ylands. I'm going to do a tutorial series, just a bunch of really quick videos to help out the beginner on this game because there's a lot to it and it can get confusing. So I just spawned on a brand new island. This is the tropical island. There are several biomes that you will spawn on, but this one here is the tropical one. So this first tutorial is going to be basically how to get started. So the main what you want to do is gather resources. Surely you figured out how to move around by now, but the main way to gather resources is walk around. Sticks, grass, hay, and stone are all very important. Don't worry about seashells right at first. These little colored things everywhere, don't worry about them just yet. But you really want to gather as much grass, hay, and sticks as you can. Also stones. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gathering up a whole bunch of grass, sticks, hay. Hay comes from withered grass. Sticks come from shrubs, and then they just sit around. And then grass comes in all forms. So like this one right here, this will give me 3 pieces of grass. Some things give you less, some things give you more. Wild melons are a fruit. I'm going to go ahead and pick them. See, that shrub gave me a few sticks. I'm going to go ahead and pick wild melons because it's important. You have to eat to stay alive, and you will get hungry pretty quick. So looking at across here, we got boar. Boar are not a threat. There is up there on the hill. I just saw a cat, a big puma or wildcat go by. You want to avoid those, especially right at first, at all costs. So I'm going to hit tab and bring up this menu here and go to crafting. I need rope. So click on that, go here to craft. I'm going to craft several pieces of rope. That gives me the opportunity to make an axe, a mace, a pick, and some clothes. An unlit campfire, which is a placeable. So now I get this unlit campfire here. I'm going to go somewhere flatter. Just got to make sure I don't have there are no wolves or predators nearby. So I'm going to go to wherever I want to select, left click. Okay, so I have a campfire. Now I don't have anything to light it with. So I need to find some flint. Again, being careful not to get too close to any baddie bads. Grab that feather because they will allow me to make arrows. There's a pineapple. Anytime you see any kind of fruit sitting around, especially in the beginning, snatch it up because you'll need it. Now that little square thing right there is a piece of flint. I need 2 of them. So I'm still looking for this second piece of flint. For the time being, I'm going to go to my inventory. I'm going to take one of these melons and I'm going to right click on it and it's going to sit it down to my hotbar. Now I'm holding the melon and I can left click and eat it. That will get rid of my hunger for a short while. Fruit does not fill you up very much. Ooh, that looks like a piece of flint. There's another piece of flint. All right, all right. Now back over here to my little beachhead thing where I'm setting up camp for right now. I'm going to craft a flint lighter. So now I have a flint lighter. Go to inventory, run it down there on my bar, and hold the left button to get it lit. So now I can right click on that and I can roast fruit. That's a little bit more filling. One other thing that I can do, I'm going to put some things down here in my inventory because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need this mace for a weapon. I'm going to need this pick to get some clay and whatnot. Take the shirt and the skirt and drag it over here. Egomaniacs, get over it because you need some protection on your skin. Keep you warm at night. Okay, so now that I have a fire, I can actually, I'm gonna use the scroll wheel to select your weapon here, and I'm scrolling to the mace, and I'm gonna hit the crab. Now I got a couple of bits of crab, so now I can go over here, interact with the fire, get the crab meat roasting. I'll go ahead and roast the fruit too, just for the heck of it. Now that I've got the fire going, I've got the crab meat roasting. What I really need to do is find another piece of flint so I can make a knife. So I'm out gathering resources here. This is clay. That's what it looks like when you pick it. So I got this pick, so I'm going to pick out some of this clay because I can use clay to make kilns, furnaces, and other items like that. You can also make clay blocks with it, but you don't want to worry about building that kind of stuff just yet. You can use trees for that. What you really want to do is get some clay going so you can build your kiln, and you'll need a smelting furnace later too. Okay, so I've got 41 pieces of clay there. That is going to be helpful. Now I need to find another piece of flint so I can make a knife. And there it is. Beautiful. Okay, so I found a couple pieces of corn on a stalk. So you see these 3 pieces of corn here. So I can eat those. So they're in my hotbar right now. I can eat that corn. That will help me too. Corn, melons, pineapples, things of that nature. That's the stuff that's super handy. All right, craft you a knife as soon as you can. Takes a piece of flint and rope. Now the more of this stuff that you craft, the more possibilities it opens up. See, now I have clay, so I can make a kiln. And I can also make these vases and things like that, but I don't need any of that stuff right now. I can also make a smelting furnace, but now I have a knife, I can make poles. Poles are handy. Poles give you more opportunities to make stuff. Down here, there is these are hot items that you need to try to make. Because they basically open up new doors. These are the items that you need to strive to get the ingredients to. Now to get the ingredients, just left click and clay, 45 pieces, 15 pieces, or I have 46, 15 is what you need to make that. Same with the smelting furnace. Fuel, you use these wood pieces that you have in your inventory, so you don't need to worry about that too much just yet. I would not worry about that stuff just yet. Right now, what we really need is a sleeping pad. So you gotta have a knife, you gotta have rope, and you gotta have grass. We've gathered a buttload of grass. So, craft it. Now I need to put it down on my hotbar. So here's my sleeping pad, and it gives you directions at the bottom of the screen. Left click, place sleeping pad, hit E to unpack, and you can go here and he'll unroll it. So now I can lay down on this and I can sleep, as long as there are no predators nearby and it's not storming too bad. So if I left click, he'll go to sleep, but I'm going to right click to stand up. Now, these things take a minute to get done, and they are done. So what I need to do now is I need to go around and I need to gather up some more food and some more wood, straw, flint, stones, anything like that that can help me out here. So you'll see things like this right here as you're traveling. Don't destroy it, but this gives you magic dust, although there's nothing growing on it right now. It's tempting, I know, but at the first, ignore that kind of stuff and don't worry about it. Worry about your survival first. See, these bigger bushes like this really help a lot because they give you a bunch of grass. Feathers. I need to be on the lookout because I know there was a wild cat up here earlier. Empty bird's nest will give you some hay, but if you leave them, occasionally eggs will show up in them. Occasionally eggs will show up in them, and you can get the eggs and boil them. So don't pick them up unless you're desperate for grass. All right, so I'm coming back down here to my beachhead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft some spikes. I'm going to craft me some spikes and give myself a little perimeter here to help protect me from predators. Now, they can also hurt me, so I got to be careful about that. But now I have a little bit of layer of protection here from predators, so I can probably sleep a little bit better at night. Oh, shoot. Now, you have a minute. Or, I'm sorry, you have 2 minutes to grab these up and reposition them. After that, they're pretty much there. That one I accidentally put, and now I can't get to it because of that stinking fire. Now, you see it says feeble campfire. What you can do is you can go to your sticks or your pieces of wood, which I haven't picked up any yet, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I did. Wood pieces. And once it's selected, it'll give you the option to feed it. So I can hold this and reignite my fire. interact with. I'm going to cook me up some more crab meat. Wood pulp is made for making paper. Don't need to worry about that just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and make a kiln. Kilns are kind of big. They're placeables too. So there's our kiln. And I'll go down here to this wood. Feed it. And then get my flint lighter. And get it lit. Now, this is the stuff that we can make with the kiln. The only thing I really need to right now, I don't even need it too terribly bad, is charcoal. You can use it as a fuel for your fires. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this tutorial. That's a quick guide on how to get started safely on islands. Now, you may spawn on a different island with different, you may spawn on a different biome with different resources and different things like that. But whatever's on there, you can always find flint, stones, sticks, trees, things of that nature, so you can get going on survival. You can always make your fire. You can always find grass and stuff like that, so you can get started on survival. The food might be different. Crabs might be more scarce or more abundant. Just avoid wolves, bears, any kind of large wild cats. Those are your predators. Don't go in any caves yet if you find a cave, because caves have mutated wolves and cats, and that's definitely a good place to die. Your body is very, very vulnerable on this game. You need armor. You need it pretty bad. So just hold up on that. This is a good start, and we'll see you on the next tutorial. Thanks for making me a part of your day. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps me out a bunch. If you're new, subscribe. I'm going to be adding new tutorials to Ylands often. So if that's how you found this, searching for Ylands tutorials. That's great. Subscribe. There'll be more to come. Thanks, and we'll talk to you guys later.